Here we go. Oh, let me find myself here quickly. Why is it always so difficult to find yourself? Hi everyone. Hello Belinda. I'm just trying to find me. Hi Maria. Oh, there we go. There we go. I see it. Yes. Okay. I found myself. Hello, Leanne. Hi, Alta. Hello, Salna. Welcome. I'm wondering if everybody... Hi, Marty. Did you guys all do your homework? Yes, Rachel, I'm on. Can somebody just share the link and tag Rachel Everts in it, please, if you're friends with Rachel? People are sending me messages. And can someone tell Elsa Binel, if you know Elsa Binel, that we are on? What's happening?
There's no messages coming.
Now you must, on this one, you have to ask her to put the comments on. Hi, Tersa. Hello, Lisa. Hi, Dee. Hello, Haroldine. Welcome, everyone. Hello, Marianne. Hi, Mariette. Hoe gaan het? So we're waiting for a couple more people. I'm just checking. Did you guys do your homework? Hi, Tersa. Are you guys up to date? Are you all on the same stage of the house as I am? I've got this long tail on my scarf tonight. It's probably going to irritate me, but anyway. It's too late to go back. Hello, Helen. How are you? Mr. Edmund's in the house. I'm so glad, Tudi. Hello, Kiara. I am. Hello, Sally. Welcome, New Zealand. Hi. Good morning. Ach, jammer man. Almal soek vir my. Yes, you're in time, Elsa B. We just need Rachel and Auntie Nabi still to come on. Hello, Lida. So, have you guys got to the point where I am? I don't see anyone saying yes. Hello, Teresa. How are you? Teresa, did you get up to date? Hi, Suzanne. With your cover. Hello, Shireen. Welcome. Yes, Teresa's up to date. Well done. Hi, Ronelle. Okay, so as that's good. I'm so happy. Oh, Sally Ann, that's amazing. Well done. So I have to admit that this thing, the house, is that Glada. Sorry, I can't read so liquor. Hi, Glauda. Am I pronouncing your name correctly? I apologize if I'm mispronouncing your name. Oh, Suzanne, you're playing hooky at work, eh? You're supposed to be working. Hi, Annika. Okay, so as I was saying, I made this house in about November last year. So the roof is actually the most, thanks, Claudia. The roof is the most tricky part of the whole thing. So what I'm going to ask you guys to do tonight is first watch in case I make a mistake. Because up here, I think I know what I'm going to do, but it might not materialize. So I'm warning you up front. Is that okay? Hi, Joyce and Mo. Hey, Elise. Nice to see you. Kiara, you asked something. I missed your question. Where is it? Sorry, Kiara. I saw your question come up and I missed it. So if you don't mind, the live video will save on the page, so you will be able to watch it afterwards. Hi, Renee. Hello, Joyce. Hi, Mo. Yes, they will be on the. They will be. The live video will save, so you can watch a rerun. It saves automatically, and hopefully one day when I get smart and figure it out, I will load it onto YouTube as well for those who are not on Facebook. Okay, so are we ready to get started before everybody's electricity goes down? Hi, Melisha. Good. I'm going to put my phone in the holder. One moment. Oh, I need to change the camera. Okay. I changed the camera. That's delayed.
Oh.
Yeah.
Now,
okay.
Centralize it.
Let me just see. Hold on. I'm going to take this off because I think this gives off a reflection. Just take this for me. Put it in the side there. Sorry, I forgot to remove my Tim Holtz mat. I think the mat gives off a glare on the oh, and I see all my residue coming out from under the mat. The mat gives off a glare on the screen, I think. So I'm hoping that this is a little bit better. Can you see me okay? Hi, Francis. Oh, did it go off? Where's the switch? There we go. Oh, now it's buggering us around again. Okay, my other light doesn't want to work. We shall make a plan. Mr. Handyman's on hand. Okay, so where's my house? Yeah, I think that's fine. Thank you, Shafik. So this is as far as we got. I didn't see Haley here. I wonder if she's here. Okay, because Haley was part of the ladies who started with us last week. So this is as far as we got last week. We've got the front and back, and you should all have it up to the stage with the side flap coming up. Are we all there? So the next pieces we are going to need are these two, and they are the ones that measure. I'm going to tell you now. It measures 3 1/4 by 6 1/2. And do you guys want centimeters? So it's about 17 by 8.4. Oh, does that one say 17 1/2? Let me see. No, 17. 17 by about 8.4. So this is actually your roof pieces. And then you have these 4 pieces here. And this is what do I call these? I think I call these the eaves of the house. But we won't need this right now. We're first going to work with this. And I think if I get this right first time around, then we won't be on for very long, I think. I think we're going to be done fast. So it's all dependent on me. So the first thing that we're going to do, and I left my notes inside. Brilliant. So let's hope I can do this from memory. Why does this feel like it's not exactly the same? Okay, I think it is. Yeah, it is. It's my eyes. Okay, so we're going to put these two together, joining it at the short ends. And I am just leaving a small gap because basically, and it's literally about 1/8 of an inch, not much. And the reason why I'm leaving a gap there is because I wanted to be able to fold, and we're using the black tape to secure it. Thank you, Shafiq. I don't even know if this notes is going to work, but anyway, I wrote down what I had in my head. So we're going to do this exactly the same way we did the one side. I just need to trim this. My tape is not even. Let me just trim it quickly. There we go. My scissors have disappeared. Good grief. Okay, I'm with you. So we've got a very small gap there, and we're going to be joining that like that, exactly the same way we did the sides of the roof to the base. Flipping it and pulling it tight. And then remember, we're cutting it off just a little, like 1/4 of an inch before the edge, so we don't see the raw edge there. And there we go. I think that's a bit too tight. Let me just see. Okay, that's slightly too tight. I'm just going to adjust it. See why I asked you guys to watch with me first, because I refused to do another one. I thought I would rather come on and do it with you, but tell you not to work with me, because if anybody knows me well, you will know that I have the worst memory ever on the face of this earth. I'm just going to fix my chipboard quickly, because I'm not cutting another one. Oh, can you hear me okay? Because I think I put my mic in upside down. Where's my comments? Comments off, comments on. Hi, Jeanette. Oh, you got it on your computer. How lovely. So we need at least a 2/8 of an inch gap between the... Sorry, I'm just fixing my boo-boo. So 2/8 of an inch. So that the house will fold. And I normally use my scoreboard. Let me just get it so I know I'm straight. I should have done it in the first place. Just lazy. So there we go. I somehow feel like this is not even, if it's my eyes or what, I don't know. It just looks like it's off by a millimeter. So that's the gap there. Can you see? Pulling it tight. Pulling it towards me. Snipping it. There we go. That's a whole lot better. Okay, so that is the basic top of the house. Now this is where the tricky part comes in. I'm going to just edge this quickly because we need neat edges right around. And if you remember correctly, we edged the whole side of the house. I'm going to sit for this. And so I'm going to try and do it right around in one go. One side and then the other side. I was a dummy. I could have done it before. It would have been easier. And in fact, I did this. I wrote it on my notes to say first edge both sides. And then I come live on Facebook and I don't follow my notes. How's that? Here's my other scissor. I've got scissors for everything. Scissors for tape, scissors for ribbon, scissors for everything. This one is a nice sharp one for these corners. So snippy. Snip. Snip. And snip. And the one side goes flat. Am I in shot? Am I good?
What tape you using?
Oh, I am using my black construction tape. It's available from my store. And the roll of, I think this 20 or 25 meters on is 70 Rand. But you can use, I'm mitering the edges like we did for the other part last week. You can also use, it's very similar to a gaffer tape except it's fabric lined. You can use a gaffer tape if you don't have this one. Except gaffer tape is just very shiny. And I believe some people's cleaning ladies fix their vacuum cleaners with this tape. I wonder if Cindy's here today. So I've got my corners mitered and I'm just going to fold that down. This tape is terribly sticky. So you need a good sharp scissors for this. So we have both sides done there, and now I'm going to do the other side. So did you ladies enjoy? You have gone a little softer on the volume. Okay, let me see. Sorry. I wonder if my mic is working. Shafiq, is the volume okay?
No, you can't soften now.
I don't know if I think we need to flip this mic because it's gone skew in the phone here. It's not properly on. Sorry guys, I'm just the black scissors. This is the Elise, just 1 minute. I just want to flip my mic quickly. Am I still on now? That's the thing, I don't know.
No.
Oh yes, I'm still on. Are you still there? Sorry, I just I don't know what I did. Is the sound better? Salna, you can try masking tape, but I don't know how well it is going to hold. Is the sound better, ladies? No, but the mic was down just now, and I was sitting, so it wasn't the mic. Okay, perfect. Sorry about that hiccup. I think when you do a live, this is real life. It's no take two, it's only take one. Thanks, ladies. So I'm doing the same on the other side. Oh, Elise, you were asking about this little scissor. This is the Tim Holtz. I love this little scissor. It's out of stock at the moment, unfortunately. It comes in a little tin like this. It's called the Tim Holtz Haberdashery scissors. And I can tell you one thing, it is awesome. It is liquor sharp. It's very sturdy and solid in your hand. It's a really nice scissors. It doesn't have the serrated edge. I suppose they say it's a haberdashery scissors, so I'm guessing it's for needlework. But I love it because it cuts right to the tip. And then you also get another one that has a long nose. Let me show you what it looks like. This one. And this one is nice for long, if you're cutting long pieces of paper. And I know it cuts right to the tip because I cut a piece of paper and my finger was in the way and I cut my whole finger. So it does work. It cuts really well. So let me see. I'm going to push this piece down. But I've been asking them to get it in stock because it's worth every little cent you pay for it. But unfortunately, it's fallen on deaf ears. So maybe they will bring it in. I don't know. So I'm going to miter this here. And I will be turning this around a lot so that I can get it at a good point to fold over. My new project will be up tomorrow, Lady Vagabond project. So I hope you guys are going to keep a lookout for it. I hope you're going to like it. Hi Asma, salam. Yes, expect the unexpected. I always say if you do a live, I mean my first live with Belinda, she lost her sound and I lost my visuals. I couldn't see a thing I was doing. It was so scary. Oh my gosh. And then I was standing in front of my desk and I was saying, am I still on? Can anybody hear me? And I couldn't see comments. And I thought to myself, oh golly, let's make as if you're still on. Carry on as if you're still on, just in case you're still on. So that's what I did. Fortunately, I didn't panic. So I'm going to burnish all this. Just so that they stick really well. Okay, and that's the roof of the house. Now we come to the hard part. The part that I am very unsure of, that I'm not sure I have.
He wants to know which two pots are you using?
Which, Auntie Nabi, you started, oh, I see I missed a piece there. Auntie Nabi, there should only be these two in your pack left and the two fat pieces. So that's what we're using right now. We used all the other chipboard last week. Does Auntie Nabi have that? Hi, Ruth. Okay, so Auntie Nabi, just to catch you up quickly, we joined the two, what size is this now again? It was 3 1/4, I think. Am I right? It's the 3 1/4 piece by 6 3/4. So you've got two pieces like that. And you leave 2/8 of an inch gap. You join it exactly the same way you join the side to the house, the side of the house to the base of the house. So it's the same process, or like we do our album covers. and then I edged it all around. So you can either edge it on 3 sides and then do the join, or either way, whichever one is easier for you. Is that fine, Auntie Nabi? Okay, so I see I missed a little spot there. I'm just going to fill it in. You can either take a black Koki and just color it in, or yeah, maybe I'll just do that. So a black Sharpie will work. So this I'm going to put to one side because we're officially done with that piece for the moment. And I'm getting this because what we need to do now is to cut this at the right angle so that it fits inside here, like so. Okay, so that is what we need to do. And this is the part that I was unsure of. So that's why I'm asking you. Don't work with me yet. Let me first see if I get it right, because I've got it in my head. Don't know if it's going to work in reality. I did it once. I should be able to do it again. So let's watch first and do after. Is that okay? Where's my comments? I can't see. Okay, so my thought process is find the center point of the house. And I'm going to turn it so I think hopefully everybody can see. Okay, I see we're up to date now. So the center point, this is 8.5 inches and the middle will be 4 1/4. I use a Tim Holtz ruler. It's a centering ruler. So what you need to do is, if you've never used a centering ruler before, let me just turn this way rather, then if you guide the 0 in the middle, you should have the same measurement on either side. So I've got 4 1/4 there, 4 1/4 there, which means that's the middle. Does that make sense? Give me a thumbs up if you get what I'm saying. And one of the reasons why this ruler is so cool is if you want to cut off, and I know very often, and I'm going off the topic now, but just to tell you, because it took me a long time to figure this out. Maybe I'm a bit slow, I don't know. But if I want to cut off possibly a 1/4 inch of something, it's very difficult to get it into your trimmer and to get that little 1/4 inch off. So with this ruler, it's got mine has fallen out unfortunately, but it should have a steel cutting edge there. So if you put this on the 1/4 inch line, so if that's where I want to cut, and I need to cut a 1/4 inch off, let me just see, and I put this on the 1/4 inch mark, you can see right through the ruler. Oh, that's a 1/2 inch. This is the 1/4 inch. So you can see right through the ruler, and it's got a marking right down. It has 1/8 of an inch mark as well. And so if you got that on the straight line and you trim it right there, you will have exactly a 1/4 inch off, or a 1/2 an inch, or a full inch, depending on what size, what width of piece you need to cut. Does that make sense? Or did everybody know that already? I can't see any comments. I do have the ruler, Yvette. I think they are 165 Rand each, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so back to basics. So I found the center point of this, which should match up exactly with that tip of the house there. I did answer, yes, thank you. So I then drew a line from the center point to the tip of the house. So that's the middle point. Do we have that? Can I have a thumbs up if you understand where I'm at the moment? Because this is very important if you're going to get your roof right. Where's my comments? Yeah, the quilt rulers work exactly the same. It's actually broader than the Tim Holtz ruler. So I'm getting a few thumbs up. So we're all there on the same page. we're getting the 4 1/4 mark, which should line up with the tip of your house that you cut off last week. Okay, now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take one of these pieces and we're going to line it up with the edge of the house and the tip of your house. So this point here is going to be at the tip of your house there, and this piece must be lined up. Are we all there? I'm struggling to see comments tonight. Right, I'm seeing thumbs up. Okay, so then you take a ruler and you line the ruler up with the center line that you made and the tip of your house. And you draw in that line. So sorry, I'm just going to stick my head in here so I'm just going to move it so I can actually see if I'm on the right place. Okay, so I've drawn in that line and I'm going to trim that with a cutting blade. You can trim it with your trimmer, your cutting blade, whatever works for you. Where is my blade? I'm just going to grab another mat. So, where's the one I cut? Got it in my hand. Oh my word. Talk about losing it. Okay, so I'm going to trim that piece off. I'm just lining it up very nicely. Now this is one of my worst traits. I cannot cut with the craft knife. I'm terrible at it. I always cut skew. So when I have to do this on a live, I'm very nervous. Right. So we've got the one side done. Yay! So that fits there. Does that make sense? Now we're going to do the other side. So I'm just moving it so I can actually see what I'm doing. And I'll move it back into place so you can see where I'm at. So there we go. I've got that. And now we line it up with the ruler again. On that pencil line. Wait, it moved. On the pencil line at the tippy point, pencil, and that's the line there. So let's see if it works. I'm going to trim off that piece.
Someone asking if you have more of the kits.
The house kits, yes, I have. I think I've got about 4 left. No, I lie, I've got 2 left. That the other 2 is an order. So I think I have about 2 left. You can always WhatsApp me and let me know after the class if you want one. It was selling for 145 Rand. And it included all the chipboard pieces for the house. Plus all the bits for the album. So there's I call this the eaves of my house. So that's the one side done. And it's gone. Okay. Where'd you get the cute cutting mat? This one, it was a gift from my friend Jalila. She gave it to me. She brought it from either Dubai or one of the places where she works. She was so sweet. She brought me one. So those 2 will go on this side. So I will make a tick there and a tick there and a tick there. So that one goes to the tick side. So just mark them just in case the two is slightly different and you don't get it mixed up. Okay. So we're on this side now. So where's the 4.5, 4.25 point? So there is the 4.25 point, and I'm going to draw the line. And you can probably just make a template, use one of those as a template. I'm choosing to be pedantic and make each one, but that's entirely up to you. I think that's the middle. So we're doing the second side now. Where's my other ruler?
Deborah Evans wants
Deborah Evans wants
one kit for her.
a kit.
Yeah.
Okay.
And someone else wants to know what's the size of the eaves.
The size of the eaves, did I not give it? Sorry guys. So the eaves are 1.25 by, let's just see, about 6 5/8. So 1.25 by 6 5/8. Approximately. If it's a little thinner, it should be fine. Okay. Where's my line? Let's see. I hope I'm on the point here. It doesn't look like it. Okay, that's the one. Maybe I should just measure both and do one cut. Let's see. I'm just pulling it towards me so I can actually see what I'm doing, because literally I'm standing about a ruler's length away from where my house point is, so it's a little bit difficult to see. There we go, that looks better. Right, so let me put my house to one side and do the trimming. And I have a better craft knife than this, but I can't seem to find it right now. It's amazing how things disappear on your desk. That's the one side. Oh, it looks a bit skew. And oh, that one went fast. That's the other side. So let's see. This one has got a little bit of a bump here. I'm just going to see if I can get it off. See what I mean about not being able to use a craft knife. Okay. So that's the other side. It's not perfect, but it will be fine, I'm sure. So this is now where we need to join the two. So I had so many options in my head when I did it. So what I'm thinking is I'm just gonna put a piece here just to hold it together, and then I'm going to flip it and put a longer piece on the other side, like that. And now, because this is like kind of an awkward, it's an awkward place to, or spot to actually cut into. If I remember correctly, I think I just did this. And I cut like a point at the top, snipped it in half, and I folded it over. I think that doesn't seem to be what I did, so let me just shorten that. Because after this we edge it as well, so you clean up all that little bits of unnecessary what do you call that, bulk. You clean up the bulk. Trying to think, oh, that makes sense to do it like that rather. Okay, so that is, I just want to pull that tighter. So that's the one side, and then this we are going to cover with pattern paper, so you're not going to see that. And then we're going to edge it. Yes, Shafiq?
Should we leave a space in between that?
No space in between, no. There's no space in between. This fits flush next to each other because they need to, it's not a working hinge, it's a solid piece, so you want it to remain firmly together. Does that make sense? I should have actually, it would have made more sense to edge it first and then do this afterwards. But yeah, that's why I said please watch me first and then do like Anya said, says after. Okay, I cut that slightly too long. Okay, and now we do the same thing. We snip into the, oh, the scissor is so sticky. Can you see all the stickiness? Once your scissor gets sticky, it doesn't cut nice anymore. And I use acetone to clean this one because, or nail polish remover like Belinda said last week, I think, or over the weekend, because that works. But on the scissors that have a coating, I found that it actually, the acetone takes the coating off, which is not cool. Okay, so we got that side down. Like I said, this is the most fiddly part of the house construction, and with the tape you can just peel off the tape and start again if you make a mistake. This tape is most forgiving, and you saw how I fixed my chipboard also by gluing it together. So because I make lots of mistakes all the time. That's how I learn. So we've got this, and now I'm going to miter those sides. Let me try the biggest scissor, it might work better, seeing that the other one is sticky. And we fold. So we've got one side done there, and we need to do the other side. And I suppose while you're doing your one, you might figure out an easier way to do this, you know, because sometimes when you're too close to something, then you don't see the obvious that there's another option. So yeah, if you find a simpler way, please share it with us. That will be cool. Actually, I'm going to start on the inside. It will be easier. Like that. Because it was a bit fiddly to get into that corner earlier. For cutting purposes. Now this is how I cut my finger all the time. Because I cut without seeing where I'm cutting, and then I cut into my finger as well as the paper. I'm sure I'm not the only one. Okay, so we're doing that snip into the corners. Let me just see. This one didn't snip so nice, so I'm going to miter that side. Not liking that crease there. Okay, that side. I just push the side down with my other side of my hand. Brilliant. Miter. And this is just to finish off your edge of your house. If you want to chalk it or if you want to paint it, you can do so. I just find that if I spend the time to edge it, once you put your paper down and stuff, it looks a whole lot neater. Okay, one done. Where's the other one? So that's the other one. Tape. Let's see if I cut into this tape like that. Ah, that kind of looks better than the first one. I've got bits of tape stuck everywhere. So I'm going to miter inside that side and that side and see if this one folds over better. Yay! There we go. I think that's the way you're going to do it. That one works better. And if you want to, you can leave a longer tail there so it will fold up much nicer. Does that make sense to guys, everybody? I covered my pieces this afternoon. You covered with everything, Alta. How did you cover? Okay, so I'm putting the other piece on top. Slipping into it. Hello, Kim. How are you? Hi, Sandy. Nice of you to join us. Welcome. Assalamu alaikum, Widad. Hi, Janice. Janice, are you in Cape Town? Okay, I'm snipping that. And then I'm mitering this one on this side to fold it over. Okay, so that one went a whole lot better than the first one. So I think for reference purposes, you will be using the second method to construct your eaves, as I'm calling it. And I'm starting on the inside with this because it's easier than ending on the inside. And let's see. Now you see, now I'm getting greedy. I want to do the whole thing in one go. Let's see if it will work. I've got a lot of loose bits hanging now. Let's see. Okay. Theoretically, it should work because I do it with my albums. So, snip. 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 And then I'm folding this piece over here. I'm going to snip into there before I fold it down completely. And I'm going to miter that piece there. I'm holding it up with my middle finger there so I can miter a little bit easier. And now I'm folding it down. Okay, that's the one side done. I'm going to miter this end. I should have had my acetone with me so I could clean my scissors. See, now when you get greedy now and you're lazy, then you get problems like this where the tape is not nice and neat and flush. Okay, that's fine. Miter, miter. And when you're snipping this, try and snip right to the corner because then you get a neater miter. I've been very bad with my mitering tonight. And you get a much neater end. Right. Here we've got a piece of residue stuck. Let me just take it off. Another question.
Jalila's in the house.
Assalamu alaikum, Jalila. Welcome. I was just talking about you now. Somebody asked me where I got that really cute cutting mat. I said a very kind lady brought it for me from Dubai or somewhere. I'm not sure where you brought it from. I know it was from a place where you worked. Okay, so we are mitering this one here. And that side. Sorry, it's very tedious to have to take these bits of tape off every time, but they get in the way. And Snippy, snippy, snip, snip. So this one, hi Jen. And I'm pushing that side down. Oops, that one's gone skew. Now what I have found with this tape, because it's got like some kind of a coating on the top, sometimes when you stick things down with double-sided tape, and the reason why I'm mentioning it here is because I've gone skew here, so there's a lot of tape on this side. What happens is the double-sided tape doesn't always stick to it. So I use double-sided tape and glue, and that usually works, and then it stays. So, and I use that Art Dries Clear from Heartfelt Creations, or Mari Smith gets it for me. I think Heartfelt Creations uses it. Or I use the extra strong glue from Stamperia. Okay, so now the big test comes. Do these things actually fit in the house? And I think this was the one with the tick. So, where's the roof? So here's the house. There's the roof. This is going in here. It looks like it's working. It looks like it's working. Yay. Okay. So that seems to be working. That seems to be working. I'm very happy about that. Thank heavens. So you can refer to the second part of the video for this piece, which is the one with the tick. I think it's this one. I think that one went a lot smoother, and you don't have to do it all around like I did it. You can do it in stages if it's a bit easier for you. So I just need to get my piece of black card that we had left over from last week. Where's mine? I left it in the drawer here. Okay. So this was the what did we use this for? Oh, I cut the piece to join the house. Remember last week we cut the joiner here, that piece of card there. So now I need to cut joiners for this piece, and I'm going to cut joiners that are longer than I actually need, because we can always trim it off afterwards, and we need to kind of do the same thing with the joiners because it needs to fit inside there. Okay, so where's my trimmer? Now my trimmer blades are a little bit blunt, so I'm hoping that it's going to work. So your joiner is going to be, I think I'm going to make it 7 inches long. How long is this? Yeah, this is about 6.5. So I'm going to make it 7 inches, and I hope 7 inches is going to be enough. We've got about 7.5 inches left on our offcut from last week. So I think I'm going to leave it at 7.5 in case we need another piece extra. And I'm cutting it at 2 inches. So last week we took, you see my blade is blunt. Last week we took the A4 and we cut off 2 inches of the A4 to make the joiner for the side of the house. And I'm just flipping my blade, hoping that the other side might be sharper. And now we're going to need 4 of these to join the eaves to the roof. Oh, I need a new blade. Okay. So that has now used up your first A4 sheet of card that was in your kit. And we are now going to score these joiners in half, am I in shot, on the 1 inch mark. Okay. And I'm going to grab my tape because we're going to tape this. I actually should use a wider one. So I'm taping both sides of the 4 joiners. We're taping on the dented side, 7 by...
Size of joiners again.
The joiners, last week, I will explain to you again, we had an A4 sheet last week, and off that A4 sheet I cut 2 inches. Let me just grab an A4 sheet to show you. So this is your A4 sheet, and last week we cut off 2 inches off this A4 sheet, and we had that piece which we used to join the one side of the house. We made 1 short hinge to the base of the house, and what was left over was, so that's 11.5 minus 2. I can't add or subtract that. Oh my gosh. So I don't know how I did it, but anyway, I had about 7.5 inches left. So the length of the joiner is 7.5 inches, and it's 2 inches wide. We're scoring in the middle on the 1 inch line, so you're butting up the short end onto your scoreboard and you're scoring down that way. And now we are adding, clearly math is not my strong point. I'm actually so shocked that I got the eaves right, really. And the chest that I did for Lady Vagabond, because I had to use a compass to get that arch right. My math teacher will be so proud. So when you are using, and these are for the people who are new to crafting, when you are using double-sided tape and you're doing long ends, like long pieces, I don't know how many of you have found that as you're taping, the tape just goes all skew. So what I do is I put the tape down, I hold it with my one hand, and with my thumb, I actually guide the tape where I want it to go. And that way, you have a little bit more control over where your double-sided tape goes. Is that helpful at all? These are just things that I've learned along the way. And I actually do it without thinking now. Just gave you tips and there I just messed up. I actually do it now without thinking anymore because it's second nature. I just do it. I don't think about it anymore. So these we are all going to burnish really well. No one's going to see that. It's underneath. Tape. This is the boring part, I'm afraid. You're going to have to watch through it. Or if you're watching a rerun, you can click the fast forward button. But I didn't want to prep any of these things before the time. I know there's a lot of experienced crafters out there, but I know a lot of the people that watch us on a Wednesday night, they are all very new to crafting. So I remember when I started, everything was very overwhelming. It was a scary world. So whenever somebody was able to give me help and advice, I was extremely grateful. And I tried to remember back to those days, because somebody I think it was Annaline that sent me a message. She complimented me so beautifully, and my response to her was, I'm just a girl with glue, a scissors, and pattern paper, and that's really. I've learned from YouTube, from Facebook, from the likes of Anna Dabrowska, who is called Finava in the crafting world, Tim Holtz, and if you've been doing this for as long as I have, I would expect myself to know as much as I know, I think. But knowing what you know sometimes is not enough, because a lot of times I see an old technique that I know, but I've forgotten about. So it's always nice to get a reminder. So I'm burnishing this down very well with my bone folder. And the reason why I do that is because this is going to hold our eaves onto the roof. So it needs to be well secured. And if you don't have a full 2-inch piece, you can use a 3/4 inch. 1.5, and make your joiner 3/4 inch. That will also work. I just thought I'll keep it simple and make it 2 inches, because half of 2 is 1. It's easier for people to remember. Yep.
It's not eaves, it's fascia.
Fascias. Okay, there I got the correct terminology. My apologies. It's fascia boards. Right. What's an eave then? Why do I think it's an eave? I'm not going to argue with the master. Okay, so we are burnishing this on the score line. Oh, and I forgot to mention, if you have never scored before, there's a bumpy side and a dented side. We score towards the bumpy side.
Eaves is the bottom part.
Oh, the underneath part. Okay, our house doesn't have eaves. It just has fascia boards. So we are busy with fascia boards. God forbid me saying eaves. I'm so sorry. Fascia boards, guys. It's fascia boards. Excuse me. Okay, where's my template? So, we do the same with the joiners for the fascia boards. And this time, where's my ruler? Let's see. It's a little bit slippery now, with the tape on. But let's see if I mark it. Just gonna cut this one with a scissor. That's the one. And if it's too slippery for you, then you can temporarily adhere it to your, because this red tape is very slippery. You can temporarily adhere it to your base and then just take it off afterwards. Now comes the truth. Is it lining up? Yes. Okay, and I'm pretty sure that if we use this as a template, it should be fine. What do you say? I think it should be okay. So there's the one. If it doesn't work, I'll just have to cut another one. And here's the other one. Okie dokes. So, 2. We got that. Now, this is the part that I have to think about quickly. So, that one is going to come there, right on the edge. I think we didn't even need to edge that if I come to think of it now. So I'm going to grab the assistance of my trusty glue here, because you know, with red tape, and I think my glue is blocked, with red tape, once you stick, it's stuck forever. So I want a little bit of wiggle room. Right there, it's coming out. So is this the right one here? So that's going to go on there. And this is longer than we need. But like I said, I purposefully left it long so that I can trim it off afterwards. I didn't want it to be too short. Then we have to add and join, and then it just becomes a problem. So this goes, I think I'm putting it right on the edge. If I'm wrong, I'll have to just take it off and put it back on. So let's see, because that's going to go there. Yep, right on the edge is fine. And now we need to burnish that really well, because we want it to stick. And then we need to put the other one on the other side. Are you all with me? I think it's very quiet out there. There's nothing, no comments coming up. Or am I just missing it? Oh, thanks, Yvette. Is the eaves not like the... Wag, ek het nou die gemis. Is the eaves not like the trusses, the wood that sticks out and the fascia boards are attached to the eaves? Oh, Elise, you know more than I do. I just called it the eaves. I know a little bit, but I mean not enough. So, never mind. So this is going to go there. And it's going to join up there. Like that. And I actually stuck straight. There's my wet wipes. I'm just cleaning off that little bit of glue that oozed out in the end. And now we can trim off the rest of the joiners, because we don't need the extra. And I can tell you how much I trimmed off in case you want to cut shorter ones. I trimmed off about, say, three and 1/8 of an inch. So that's going to go in there. Let's see, is it working? Yeah, it looks right. The real test is going to come when we have to put it onto the actual house space to see if it fits. That's where the real test is going to come. So let's do the other side. So I'm still a bit nervous. I'm still a little bit nervous. I think I'm going to put the ugly side inside the thing. So here goes my glue. I'm gluing that down. And if you have more confidence than I do, you don't need the glue. You can just go and stick straight away. No need to worry about glue. But the glue, like I said earlier, also just helps a little bit to stick onto this this tape, because it's got like a oily. I don't know if you can call it a oily, but it's got like I can't describe it. I don't know what you would say, but it's got like a coating on it, like a plasticky coating on it. That's why I like it to finish off the edges of my albums, because it feels like you can wipe it. Okay. Right. Where's the house? Let's see. It looks like it's gonna work. It looks like it's gonna work. Looks promising. So now we need to attach this to this. And what I did with my one, and unfortunately I left it in the shop now, I left about 1/4 of an inch gap there, just so that this wasn't showing out right on the end. So around about there. So we can glue that down. Let's see now. Oh, I see the 1/4 of an inch. See, they almost went right to the edge now. I'm just eyeballing that. And so there's the one in. I'm going to stick down the other one now. I hope I did a straight job there. Yes, Shafiq? Oh, you bring in the house.
You on for about 1 hour 50 minutes.
Is it? Okay, but we're almost done. I don't know what happened on the weekend when I was on for over an hour. Facebook kind of kicked me off. I don't know what happened. So there's the one side done. And now we need to do the other side. So I got kicked off. That's why the NSD card has got part 1 and part 2. I was so sad when I got kicked off. I thought, oh my word, are people going to be able to find us again? It was stressful, my goodness me. It was really stressful. So I'm just pulling it towards me so that I can actually see where I'm sticking. So there we go, plus minus 1/4 inch. And I have to tell you guys this. I have an alarm at 4 o'clock for the Stamperia Cafe. Otherwise, I forget that it's coming on, and I tend to send out a reminder on my craft group when the cafe comes on. And the day I was live, just before we went on, what goes off? My alarm. And Giovanni says, "What is that sound? What is that sound?" And I'm like, "Oops, that's my Stamperia reminder." So Belinda said, "Switch it off quickly." All these things that happen behind the scenes. All right, roof is done. So where's the house? Let's see. The proof is in the pudding to see if it's going to work. Right. Where am I? Yes, it fits. It fits, it fits, it fits. Haha. I'm so happy it works. Okay. It works. My side is a bit stuck there. Oh, there we go. It works. So guys, that's how you do the roof. There we go. And then once the album is inside, it holds everything up together. So let me show you the finished one. Oh my gosh, my coffee is ice cold. Now, does anybody have any questions about the roof before we go for the night? There's the original one. So just in case you haven't seen it. I'm going to, Shafiq, can we take the phone out of the holder quickly? I just want to check if anybody has any questions. Yeah. Thank you. Okay. I need to sit. You need the tape. Okay, Sonette, you need tape. Woo, my scarf is going skief van sukkel. Oh, great, good. I'm happy. Sonette, please WhatsApp me about the tape. He is amazing. I have to tell you guys the story because I take medication that my health practitioner puts in the letterbox and I fetch it from her. And for 2 days we didn't have time to fetch it. And Sunday morning I came and I said to him, please, we need to go and fetch my tablets. And he said no. And I'm like, why are you being so difficult? You can't say no to me like that. It's my tablets. And he said no. So I said, you're being nasty with me this morning. And he said, because I went to fetch your tablets at 7 this morning already. Your tablets are on the table there. Just go get it. So I said, I'm being very blessed. I am never going to find another gem like that. So, yes, I'm a lucky girl. Why do I call it the explosion box? Let me show you. I'll put it here. And I'm going to flip the camera so you can see. And why I call it the exploding box is because when you lift off the roof, it all falls apart and the camera's in, not the camera, the album's inside. I do indeed, Yvette. I'm very, very blessed. So, who asked me about the Deborah? Does that help at all? There's a video on my YouTube channel where I do a page through. You can see how the box explodes from the top, from the front. You can also, there's also a page through of the album, so you can see what the album looks like inside. I'm sure you can manage, Teresa. Just pause and play, pause and play. So that's what I do with YouTube videos if I don't understand something. Yeah. So next week, do you guys want to start the album next week, or do you want to embellish the cover? I might have to use other cardstock because I don't have any more House of Roses paper. Which cardstock have I got available? I must just think. We sold out on the House of Roses paper. Hi, thanks, Anne. You're welcome. I hope I didn't carry on too much because my children say I take too many turns and stops when I explain something. I think I go too much into detail, but I think certain people need the extra bit of detail. So I'm hoping it's okay for those that can skip ahead. You know, they don't have to wait for us. Maybe we can cover the outside first. It's very straightforward to cover your outside and your inside. I used plain cardstock for the inside because, and I actually left my back, the back of my house, I left it black because I wasn't sure I would have enough cardstock to finish it, and I only wanted to. Oh, the orchids and cats. Yes, Francis, that's a good idea. I'll use the orchids and cats for my one. Okay, so hi Marla. Oh, your electricity went on now, I see. Well, you can watch the rerun. Detail is good all the time. Perfect. I'm happy that you guys like the way I explain. So yeah, next week we can either cover the house, but I think it's not going to take us very long to cover the house. So maybe we can cover the front and the inside and then carry on with the assembling the cover of the album, because I'm pretty sure there's quite a few people that may not have watched my video of the album construction. It's very similar to how we put the base of the house together. It's such an easy way. You can churn out the album in like no time. So this is my go-to technique. I love it. I get an album done. Where I take the time is when I create all the flaps, etc., and adding the pattern paper. That is where I spend the time to select my papers, because I like things to have flow, to match. And my lady pattern paper, Badnika must be speaking about me. My Lady Vagabond project will be out tomorrow, so please keep a lookout for that online. Belinda will launch it at, I think it's 9 o'clock our time, so keep a lookout for it. I hope you guys are gonna love it. And yeah, so I will use orchids and cats for my other one, like Francis has suggested, and we can work on the outer cover next week and then start on the cover of the album. Okay, thank you everyone for joining us. I really appreciate you staying tuned and listening to my monotonous voice, because it took me a lot of courage to go online because I don't like the way I sound. But thank you so much. Oh, and thank you so much. I hope you're going to like it. And ja, lekker aand verder vir almal. See, my Afrikaans is coming on because I'm talking to Sonette and to Francis in Afrikaans. So guys, have a lovely evening. Slaap lekker, sleep well. Salam Jalila, take care. And I'll see you in cyberspace. Bye.